Well, after a raucous game 2, a bunch of personal fouls, a bunch of technical fouls, flagrants and everything. Joey Crawford there in the building for game 3. And the Heat and the Bulls. There's LeBron. Shot clock winding down and the King winding up. Didn't really get into a good offensive flow for most of the night, though. Some of that had to do with Chicago's defense. Some of it was just LeBron. Boozer misses. Joakim Noah back to Boozer for the dunk. We're tied up. Noah from Nate Robinson.
That's that little man, Nate Robinson, creating space, creating opportunities for his teammates.
Robinson and Bellinelli, neither one is really a point guard, per se. But they accounted for 13 assists between the two of them. Then things got interesting here. Chris Anderson, a foul on Robinson, falls on him. Maybe that's intentional, maybe it's not.
No, that's not intentional. He blocked the shot, he fell on him. Which was
maybe lingered a moment. I don't know.
The push.
Joakim Noah comes over and pushes him.
That was unnecessary.
Yeah.
After what happened in game 2, you're just asking for trouble at that point.
I mean, Chicago has to do it.
Now look at that. Now this is my question. You got Carlos Boozer. You got Teague on the court.
Yep.
Marcus Teague.
But it wasn't a foul.
Well, according to the rules, if you step on that court, you cross the line.
In an altercation. In an altercation.
You're going to be suspended automatically for the next game.
The question is, was that an altercation? This is an altercation.
This is altercation.
That's altercation.
Nazr Mohammed inexplicably shoving LeBron James, who had picked up the technical foul after this foul. First of all, why is Mohammed fouling James in the open floor on a 3-on-3?
Stop the break.
What?
I mean, but look, you know, it's Nazr Mohammed's fault. You know, you tried to foul LeBron, and then he just slung you to the floor, and you got upset.
And that's what you got to have.
He's like, get off me. You're a big dude. Get off me, dude. Get off me.
And you got to have your composure, and that's where the Bulls didn't have the composure.
I think Nazr was more upset that LeBron James threw him to the ground like a right. That's what I think it was.
End result, a technical foul on James, and Mohammed was done. Bellinelli knocking down the 3 there. Chicago up by 6. They got a little fired up after that incident. Building had a little buzz to it. Chris Bosh knocking down jumpers all night long, and he carried them offensively.
My old player, Chris Bosh, the guy that we never talk about much, but Eric Spoelstra always gives him the credit that they're only going to win when Chris Bosh plays well.
He had a double-double at the half, and then Shane Battier knocks down the 3. Courtesy Bosh, we're tied at 48.
I know we're here to play a basketball game, to try to win a basketball game, and all the extra curriculum is not even really needed. But if it's here, you know, we accept the challenge.
Challenge accepted, he says. Jimmy Butler fronting James. That's just good offense.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but one thing Butler's got to do when he sees that he's got to force LeBron James deeper, push him under the basket to take away that lob. And then you got to have ball pressure. Rick says it all the time. You know, when a guy's fronting in the post, you got to have pressure on the ball.
Meanwhile, Chalmers throws it out of bounds, gets an earful from Bosh. Boy, they like to yell at Chalmers.
Oh, they give Chalmers a hard time.
Yeah, they do.
Give Chalmers a hard
That's his
time,
job,
man.
Barry. You know that.
Look at Noah. Look at Noah.
Gibson with a layup and foul.
Yeah, keep it up.
Joking right in the middle of that, as he is with everything else. Robinson misses the jumper. And look at this block by little man Nate. Great defense by both Noah, who got a hand on the ball, and
the little
Robinson.
man.
I'm telling you, man.
Get that out of here.
That's why we didn't allow little guys to come to the basket. See?
Same thing. You don't want to cheer for no little guy. Just get him out of the way.
Get him on out the way.
Bellinelli called for the charge. 5th foul of the game.
That hurt. I think that hurt Chicago a lot, Bellinelli. You know, getting in foul trouble.
That's one of those horse shots LeBron James was making.
That hurt him a lot, too. The reaction from Noah was priceless as he tried to scramble over there to stop James. Butler and 1. Chicago up 73-72.
My guy.
Bosh.
Chris Bosh, corner 3 drops. He was 1 of 2 of the night from out there, 20 and 19 for Bosh. James to Wade.
Execution championship basketball.
And this is when Chicago ran out of gas as far as defense. Played a lot of minutes.
I think that was the coup de grace. That was the dagger.
Yes, it was.
Knocks down the long 3, and then out of the double team, Norris Cole. 7 of his last 7 from 3-point range. And if the previous 3 didn't do what that did.
Miami's bench played really well tonight.
There's no defense for that. There's just no
unstoppable.
defense.
Miami wins it 104-94. They shot 50% on the night. And what felt like a physical, defensive kind of game, it doesn't show up that way in the box score.